We didn't play a great first half. We were much better in the second half, but we got the job done tonight. Did some really good things offensively. Didn't play real good defense, but good enough to win. And go one day prep for Memphis, who's in a war with Houston right now, down late in the game. College basketball, any given night, anybody can beat anybody. And our guys have been focused in. We won tonight's game with offense. I wish we would have played better defense, but we won the game with offense. We didn't turn it over much. We shot and passed well. I thought Chris Jones and Terry Rozier were both outstanding.
Chris had a season-high 8 assists. Could you talk about his play since coming back?
I just thought he was very active. I was really happy to see Terry give up a shot for Chris, and Chris makes a three, and next time down, Chris passes up a layup and gives Terry a dunk. You know, you just like to see that. They both played terrific.
Tonight, Jimmy Dykes said that there are no first-class teams in the AAC. He said that you, along with UConn, SMU, Cincy, are business class. If you still have beards going into Selection Sunday, what do you have to say about that?
I don't disagree with him necessarily, but, you know, Dan Dakich thinks we're the best team in the country. So Jimmy thinks we're business class. So everybody has an opinion. Your opinion's just as valid as Jimmy's opinion. So you may think that, you know, somebody else is good. You know, it's just everybody's got an opinion. I can guarantee you one thing. Biggest waste of time is everybody, including myself, I did it a few years ago, sit around and say who's the one, who's the two, and the committee pays no attention to any of it. I've known Dave Gavitt, Mike Tranghese, C.M. Newton, all being chairs of the committee, and they said they intentionally don't pay attention to the analyst. So in that regard, but I don't necessarily disagree with Jimmy. I think we could play anybody in first class and play them tough, but I'll side with Dan Dakich.
We've seen all the parts of Terry's game, and now it's all.
You know why I say that? Excuse me, Eric. You know why I say that? Because he's judging it, seeing us against Houston. If you would have seen us against a different opponent, you may have. You can't judge teams. It's almost like when I go. I never. In recruiting, it's the most amazing thing. I remember watching Jason Kidd play 2 times, flew all the way out to the West Coast, and said, "You know what? He's really not good enough for us." And I watched him 3 the next time. And next time, my mouth was wide open. I couldn't believe how good he was. So, you know, you can't see a team play on a given night and judge them. You've got to see a player or a team a number of times. And maybe he has seen us a number of times, I don't know. But, you know, you really can't base it on... When I look out there, like a week ago, sort of put my analyst hat on, I thought that Michigan State, once they get healthy, they're the best team in the country, and they lost the very next game. So I thought I had a decent opinion. It wasn't too good. So I think it all depends on the game you watch. So at certain nights, I look at Michigan, I say, wow, they're really, really good. I look at Kansas, I say they're awesome. I'd be surprised if Kansas beats Oklahoma State tomorrow. You know, so you know it's all matchups in this game. It's all matchups. I mean, Arkansas beat Kentucky at the buzzer, you know, last time. So it's a revenge game. You know, you can't figure these things out. That's why gamblers have no money. Really? Right, Bob? We know it as New Yorkers.
I was going to say in that movie. You talk about Terry's game offensively tonight.
I was really impressed with Chris. I thought Terry was very good because they're both, you know, I told them I want to see them get to the foul line more, straight line drives more. They both haven't been getting to the line enough times. They've been pulling up the mid-range shots. I said, you guys got to get to the line more. I think they both have tremendous upside to their games, both guys. Like them both very much. I thought they were both outstanding tonight.
Now you have kind of a tournament turnaround, one day of prep, kind of like you.
Yeah, you know, our worst game of the season was Memphis, and you got to give them credit. They made us look. That was our poorest performance of the season at the defensive end. Did a lot of things that are uncharacteristic, but we're a much different team than when we played them. And, you know, we always try to just get better in the month of February leading into March. I think we've gotten a lot better. We're a good basketball team right now, even though we may be business class, we're still pretty good.
Well, Coach, with so many top 15 teams struggling with unranked teams, your team has gone out week after week and just put down teams that you all should beat. What do you attribute that to, being able to do that week in and week out?
You know, it's funny, because it seems like we're a better offensive basketball team this year than last, and I'm really not sure why that is. You know, we don't turn it over as much. We're shooting the ball very, very well. We're passing the ball well. I think we got a lot of really good offensive weapons who can put it on the floor. So, you know, we're not as good defensively as we were last year, but we're a better offensive basketball team from an efficiency standpoint. And I think that, you know, it's funny, we don't play as well at home as we do on the road. You know, I don't know why that is. I was going to have a nervous breakdown with Russ in the first half.
Does it seem like the team is playing quicker? It seems like offensively they're playing quicker. Is that just chemistry, being on the court together, guys getting used to playing with one another?
You know, I think in the second half they really look for each other. I think in the first half we dribbled a little bit too much. But I think they like each other. I think they have a good time. I think, you know, we've been very blessed. We've had great chemistry for 3 years. You know, and every team doesn't have, you know, you have good chemistry, you have average chemistry. We've had great chemistry. The guys really like each other a lot. They joke around a lot. We have a lot of laughs together. So I think we've got a very good locker room. And it shows on the court, it shows off the court. They have a great time together.
Rick, why do you think, you're talking about those 3 years, and it looks like this year set away well as well, the close is so strong. Is it the complexity of things that they're picking up, it takes them some time, or why do they thrive?
I think everybody's very goal oriented. You know, I think we set goals and we try to reach our goals. We make them realistic. What we believe in, we're very goal oriented. We believe in everything we preach. The guys are totally bought in to, you know, unselfish play, think of each other. And then I think they really put winning above everything else. It's not a selfish team in any characteristics. You know, and you saw that with Chris and Terry at the end. You see, they all wanted to get David a shot. You know, looked impossible for a while, but they were all trying to get a shot.
Specifically, why do you think you see that growth towards the end? Maybe some teams maybe don't as well.
I just think it's what we believe in. It's really our mantra, so to speak. You know, it's what we believe in. You know, we don't get like I've had so many fans. Oh, you've turned a corner now at Cincinnati. I said, no, we haven't. And if we lost that game, we would have been fine. We don't let one game dictate. You know, even going back 5-6 years ago, where we had to win 6 out of 8 in the month of February, we never panicked. We understood. We don't get involved in fanaticism. We don't get involved in that at all. We just get involved in just getting better and just improving and understanding that regardless of what you do, it's all about March. It's all about March. The tournaments mean a lot. Our conference tournament means a lot. Even though our fans are not coming, it means a lot.
You talked about
Why? I don't know. I don't get this whole thing. I guess they're bent on New York. They just love New York now.
talked about Russ in the first half. At one point, he did one of those crazy whatever he tried to do, and he just immediately went to the bench. As he learned that you're going to take him out when he does little things like that.
He didn't, because I told him that 3 times before. You know,
It's true.
look, you got to give him his latitude, but the thing about it is Russ plays great Russ having a great season. Great season. I know McDermott's going to win the Player of the Year, but I may get upset at him from now and then, but I love him to death. He's top 3 players in the nation. You know, it's just that I want him. He's playing so great. I don't want him to revert back. Memphis is going to be a very tough ball game, obviously. Did they lose, Kenny?
It's still going on, Coach. Houston up 6 with 25 seconds.
Okay, so they're coming off a loss. It's going to be probably a whiteout. It's going to be a sold-out place. SMU is going to be senior night. So we're going in to a lot of really, really tough games, which is what we want. We want these tough games, this tough environment. It's great for us right now. It really makes us mentally sharp, physically sharp. So we're excited about the challenge. They hurt us on the backboard. They hurt us with good shooting. We know what they do. They're very talented. We have a lot of respect for them. But we seem to play better on the road. I can't figure it out. I wish I could do something about it. We take care of business most of the time, but we play very well on the road, and I expect us to play well on the road again. And so, very excited.
Anything else, Coach?
We're good, Kenny. Thank you.